What's in this box is something you can't just get on the internet, at least at the time of this video, get on the internet and buy. Something straight off of a 2020 GT500. I don't know if it's gonna fit. We're gonna find out, unbox this thing, show you what we got. Let's go. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we begin today's video, we gotta do a little bit of housekeeping. June 6th, Jackson Raceway. We have $10 entries, $15 to race. We have the Ford Takeover being hosted by several of us YouTubers, especially Speed Addict 731, putting an awesome event together. Done this last year and I think past couple of years back, but it's gonna be a lot of fun, especially with the racetracks closed. This one is still open, yes. We're gonna finally get my Mustang on the track. It is an 8th mile to see what we can do though, but I want you guys to come with me. So June 6th, Jackson, Tennessee. Starts from 10 a.m. to about 4, so it's an all-day event. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Hope to see you there. And a couple more things. So over the past week, if you guys have been missing episodes, you got to turn on your notification bell. You're missing all kinds of content, crazy stuff. Over the last week, we put together a few different videos. We twin turboed a Shelby GT350R 2019, and it's the first in the world with the air-cooled technology from Comp. It's a Hellhorse kit. The videos are online. Go up here, I'll link them somewhere and you can check them out. The dyno video is coming. I'm piecing that together, trying to make it as professional as possible. This video today is going to be a little bit laid back. It's an installation, just taking me a couple of days, so that's where you can see this video before the dyno. And then Determined Veteran, owner of the car, had to unfortunately fly back. He's in the middle of a PCS move, or his wife is. She's a service member, so thank you all out there for your service. I'm one myself and my hat goes off to you, so I've been there, done that, and you guys stay safe out there. But anyway, he had to go back home to Texas, so look to his channel for more content on that awesome car. It's crazy. Unfortunately, we did not get to test drive. He had to turn and burn basically the next day after the dyno, but in the future, get ready. We're gonna get our hands on that car. Also, one last thing before we get going is that I wanna give a shout out to today's video sponsor, and that is Ado. So we're gonna roll about 2 minutes of sexy footage. Let's go. Alright guys, so on the table we got our foam gun. Pretty cool. I've got one of those, what the f is it called? I do have a pressure washer. Kind of a chore to set it up, but this is pretty cool because I mean this right here is, arguably I would spend the money on this kit just for this alone. Plug it up to your hose and then the quick disconnect. It works like it would normally, but then you just hook it in here like so, and boom, you have, and then boom, you have a foam gun. Pretty cool, works really well, cheap. Links in description for discount codes. This is it's a real treat. I love it. All right, today's video, we're going to be doing something, is we're addressing something on the interior of this car. 2019 January, myself and a few other YouTubers like Stang Mode, Serpent Stangs, we went up to Detroit and got to see the unveiling, the public release of the 2020 Shelby GT500, and I was in love with it. It was the carbon fiber edition, had all the goodies on it, but one of the things that I really wanted, that I saw, I knew I had to have, was the steering wheel from that car. It's got the silver trim and the ring around the top. It's a little bit different than the current GT350 models that are out there. The regular base GT350 has the silver stitching, but it's got a black tape on the top, and then the R is just all red. And none of that will match the interior of my car. On mine, I have all of the silver stitching everywhere except for here. Got it on the top there. And what we're going to be doing is putting a 2020 Shelby GT500 steering wheel into my car just to spice things up a little bit. Sorry if it's loud, I'm walking around. My, I think my water heater or something behind the wall is actually leaking. So I got to figure this out. If you ever had to deal with something like this, a leak that's coming down like that, let me know in the comments down below. I don't know if I'm going to have to actually tear into the wall, hire somebody, do what, you know, or whatever. But yeah, this is a problem. So I expect my next water bill to be insane. But we're going to walk over here, show what we got. Stang Mode, a friend of mine, actually went with this right here, one of these LED style wheels. Pretty cool. And I was actually about to order one of these for this car. Yes, it's a little bit gimmicky, but you know, I thought it was kind of cool nonetheless. Anyway, so he released a video, he installed one of these, it looks totally badass. But when I saw that video, I immediately texted him. I was like, hey man, what are you gonna do with your steering wheel, your stock one? And he didn't know, and I was like, hey man, just shoot me a price, I'd like to buy it. And then we worked out a deal, and then bam, this is what we got. So look at this. There it is, Alcantara leather. I hope that it should fit. It is a 2020 model. There is a difference between the 15 through 17 cars and the 18 and up. So I think that this will work, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I wasted my money yet, but I love the fact that we got the silver here and then also across the top. It should match the interior perfectly. So we're gonna rip out my old one and go from there. So one thing that I want to say is I'm going to lose, now this is a 401A package with a digital dash and all that. Man, my footsteps are so kind of embarrassing. We are going to lose our heated steering wheel option. For me, I don't care about it, but you see this silver stitching is going to match pretty well with everything else in the car that we've got. So I'm really excited about this. This is something that you can't just buy, at least as this video exists right now. If you can buy this, let me know. But I imagine it's going to be very, very expensive. Big shout out to Stang Mode. Go follow his channel, good friend of mine. But we're going to install this, and hopefully we can make everything fit. I know the backs, this doesn't have the this one does not have the paddles with it. On the 2020 GT500, they are like a magnesium metal. Hopefully this will all transfer over. It's going to be a little bit of work, but pretty easy to get this one actually out. I'm excited, guys. This is going to be fancy. So let's get it in the car and see if I wasted my money. Hopefully it fits, but let's find out. Exercise some safety. We're going to disconnect the negative side of the battery really fast. We don't want airbags to pop us in the face. That would be unfortunate. Awesome hood, very lightweight, Anderson Composites. A lot of you guys have hit me up and you really like this design. This is the SA type from Anderson Composites. Again, check out links in description for discount codes. Several different companies really worked hard to be able to save you guys some money. So there we go. What you'll need is, maybe this will be small enough. We're gonna go into the sides here and pop our steering wheel off. It only takes a minute, but you're gonna fish it through, feel a clip. And on the other side as well, it's like a spring almost. It'll make sense when you got your tool inside. Pushes, and then there we go. Only takes a second. So disconnect everything. Oh, I got no fingernails. Oh, that hurt. Come on. These things are a pain in the butt. All right, then the last one should just pop out. There we go. So this should transfer over. There's a difference between the molding of the 15 to 17 cars versus the 18 and up. And also this plug right here, these are vastly different. Say 24, and we're gonna impact it out. There we go. Now, it just slides out. Be careful, unplug everything on its way out. Don't pull any wires. Oh, I forgot one, see? That's why you just don't start tugging. Let's get this out. It doesn't want to come out. There we go. All right, we are in business now. And we're gonna start taking all of this apart, and hopefully it all transfers over, but let's do a little side by side real quick. I won't need this anymore. So there is your difference in steering wheel. So what I want to look at, because I've installed a couple of these, the location of these pins are spread more apart. Look at this area here, it's all the same, so we should be in business. We have a T20 here. I'm not going to use an impact. A lot of this stuff, see, it didn't take any effort to come out. So be very careful. You're not really working with metal on the inside of this. A lot of this is plastic. The other thing about the newer 18s is that they reversed the your buttons over here, especially like these, versus the prior years with like the 350s and stuff. But on the 2020 Shelby GT500, all of this is pretty much the same. This is a 401A option car, so it has all of the stuff that has all the same stuff that minus the heated factory steering wheel the Shelby GT500 has, so we should have no issues. I'm hoping we don't put this together and then, you know, it doesn't fit for some reason, this, that, or the other. But, you know, that's why we're playing guinea pig right now, so you guys can watch and learn. We are also going to have to get these out there. How do we get this out? It's been a while since I've done one of these. Screws all over this thing. I was like, why in the world did this not separate? That would be why. Yeah, the long-term goal with this car is, yes, make it fast, make it a drag car, this, that, and the other, but we're not going full race car. We never have been. We just want to go fast and still have some of that luxury. But the leather here, I actually have been thinking about swapping out these doors, at least these panels, to something out of the GT350s, because you gain this silver stitching back, but you also gain the Alcantara. And I'm a big sucker for Alcantara. I love it to death, honestly. The carbon fiber Alcantara, I just want this thing to be nice and cozy. Yes, a lot of guys build race cars, they strip them out, they don't care about any of this cosmetic stuff. I do, because I still have the big screen and all that, and this is still a street car, still my daily driver. Anyway, should be able to separate some of this now. All right, so they just kind of pop out. Just be very careful. Come on. There we go. We don't want to break nothing, so keep everything somewhat organized. So yeah, you can get that one, then you got more screws. It's honestly kind of scary getting this stuff out. It's just so brittle. To get the back side off, they got these little clips. They go into these locations here. So what you do is you get a finger and start to pull up and pry very gently, and then this whole thing comes up. Now we got our wiring harness here, and that's secured with this plug. Cool thing too is like you look at the gray and the green, look at the gray and the green, and then over here you've got black, and then you have a gray, and everything is color coded. See the gray there, so you can't mess this up. So pretty cool that Ford did that. I appreciate it. It definitely helps me out. All right, we have our completed steering wheel. The only thing that's a little bit different, and this is true whenever you do one of these GT500 350 wheels, is your stock GT plastics here you can have a gap here, but everything is tight. It's kind of an eyesore, but I mean, the trade-off for Alcantara, you know, I'll take it. So we're just gonna mount it up. Actually, I think these came through here. All right. There, we're secure. Just like it was. These things don't need to be super tight. So now, airbag is all that's left, guys. These are color coded, so black with black, yellow with yellow. Make sure nothing's pinched. Now all we gotta do is just push this in place. There we go. Click, click. We are good. Look at that. Huge improvement. Oh, this looks so good. We talked about the gap right there. I mean, as you're sitting back here, you're not going to notice it. So that's just one of those things. But plug in the battery and we'll take a final look at it. Make sure all of the steering wheel controls and everything works. It looks so good right there. That looks so good. Very happy with this. Huge thanks to my boy Stingman. Now we got some Alcantara right here for our hands to rest on, and the silver stitching matches everything inside of the car, on the doors, the dash, everywhere. This is beautiful. Turn it on. Let's make sure everything works. Drive modes, I always keep mine in track. I just like the way it looks. Static. That works. That works. That works. All right, navigation. That works. Trip, fuel, music, everything works. I'm super, super happy with this. This is gorgeous. I love it. Oh man. All right, such little things make up the big picture. But I love the feel. A little bit more here at the 2 notches. Super soft in the hands. I love it. It's about the same, like, overall circle shape, diameter, whatever. I love it. Super impressed. Love it. Thank you, Stang Mode, for sending it out to me and giving me such a good deal on it. And hopefully all you guys out there watching now know and feel confident enough to be able to do this on your own. The reverse, we just skipped through it. It goes together the same way it came apart, honestly. I'm gonna get on the road, enjoy my car, enjoy this new steering wheel. I love it. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.